Hi there everybody, my name is Claire Mockridge and I'm an anti and postnatal fitness expert, and today I'm answering actually a frequently asked question that often my postnatal clients ask me, which is, I'm getting knee pain after birth, do I need to worry about it? Now in some pregnancies you can sail through pregnancy with no knee pain whatsoever. Perhaps prior to pregnancy you had a knee sort of problem, maybe you had a bit of dysfunction, you had some physio at some point. But sometimes the hormones during pregnancy just, disappear, I suppose, or disappear any of that pain, any of that discomfort that you feel. So you may have been led into a false sense of security postnatally, and the knee pain comes back fairly immediately. So it might be as a result of having some, sort of knee problem in the past prior to pregnancy. So that could be why. So you may need to, just think about going off to your physio or osteopath or chiropractor again, just to kind of get that looked at. Because often your feet also change biomechanically during pregnancy too. So that's just sort of one thing I'm just adding in there, I suppose, really. But I'm going to list actually 5 things that you can do to kind of help manage knee pain, because often it's actually the tasks that you do repetitively as a new mom that are causing the knee pain without you even realising it. Okay. So first of all, when you're feeding, you're often sitting on the sofa there. And you might find that your baby's not very good at feeding at the moment, for example, and they're feeding for a very long time, and you're getting tense and you're getting stressed. So then you might be there for 40 minutes, you could be there for over an hour, and then when you go to move, then that's when the knee pain strikes. So what I would suggest you do is make sure that you're in a comfortable position when you're in seated. So load loads of pillows up behind you, pillows actually under baby as well, and make sure your feet, if possible, are flat on the floor, and the knees are therefore directly underneath the heels are directly underneath the knee. So think about the seated position that you're in, and use your core to come up to standing when you've finished a feeding position or feeding session. Now climbing the stairs as well, that's an interesting one too, because often when people, new mums particularly, when they climb stairs, what they tend to do is actually use the knees, and that's where they feel the pain. So even if you have quite a shallow, sort of staircase, very short steps, I want you to, for the next week or so, to see if you can place the whole of your foot, including the heel of the foot, on the step, and then drive through the glute muscle to come up to the next step. Okay, so drive through the heel and climb the stairs that way, and you get a really good butt workout. Okay, so drive through the heel to get the glute to switch on, and obviously working the core at the same time. So that's point 2. Point 3 as well, changing baby. To be quite honest, knees aren't really made for kneeling, okay? So there are going to be certain times when there's no baby change facility, so you're going to have to come into a kneeling position, and I will grant you that, that is going to happen. But just be aware that if you're always changing your baby in this position with them lying on the floor, it's not going to do your back any favours, and also it's not going to do your knees much good either. So think about when you're feeding, when you're changing your baby, that you actually use the proper change table upstairs that is, kind of waist height, so that you can kind of work at the right level, but in a standing position to give those knees a little bit of a rest. All right. Next on my list there is bathing baby as well. Again, what you'll do there, particularly if you're putting them in your actual bath yourself, again, I've already mentioned that knees are not meant for kneeling. Now, again, there's going to be scenarios where you are going to have to kneel, but if you find that you have to do that for a long period of time, just at least roll some towels up on the floor of the bathroom so that you're protecting the knee joints and cushioning them slightly. So, just think before you do things, I suppose, really. And lifting and carrying as well. You're going to do a lot of bending down to the floor and lifting baby back up. So if baby's here and you've just, say for example, changed them or whatever, so what I would suggest you do is you scoop them up, you bring them close to you, using your core at this point, come into a little short split stance position, tuck your back toe under, use your core as I say, and then lift back up to standing from there. When you come down into place them on the floor, again a split stance, yeah, so you take a little step forwards, down onto one knee, other knee follows, and then place baby down onto the floor from there. Okay. The further the load is away from your centre, the more pressure is placed on the back, and obviously we want to try and look after the knees as opposed to kind of causing them any more discomfort. Okay, so have a little think about those 5 things that I've mentioned in that video, and if anything has rang true with you there, please do put a little comment at the bottom, or again, if you're interested in more information, sign up to my postnatal newsletter, which comes out on a Thursday morning, so you'll get even more hints and tips on exercising safely after birth. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.